Hello and welcome back to FEW Showdown. Obviously, first showdown of the September, which is our quest towards Battle of the Gods. I do apologise before I get started for the last two episodes. Obviously, last episode of Showdown and Summer Solstice not having an intro and outro. I just never got a chance to record start and end, but I'm doing it now. So, obviously, Summer Solstice saw a lot go down. I mean, we had new GB champion crown. We have plenty of title defences. We saw Scythe return and win their first summer gauntlet. I mean, it was an incredible show. I mean, that capped off an incredible triple threat main event for the Undisputed Women's Championship and the Apex Championship. I mean, nothing on that card was terrible. It was all entertaining. And so now we're looking towards Battle of the Gods, where we'll be crowning this year's King and Queen of the Ring. And obviously that tournament starts tonight. And obviously we're going to be kicking off tonight actually with a #1 contendership matchup for the FEW Tag Team Championships. We're going to be seeing Golden Jag take on Deadly Bros, take on the Rockwells, take on Mystery in a four-way tornado tag match. The winning team will face Stud Express at Battle of the Gods. We then have our first King of the Ring round 1 matchup, which will see Luke Ventura take on Dorogak. We then have our first Queen of the Ring matchup, which is Nora Hooper and Jessica Rogue. We then return to the King of the Ring side of it, where we'll see Edgar Larson go one-on-one with Samuel Scythe, before heading back one last time tonight for the Queen of the Ring tournament, where we'll see Morgan Smith and Becca Mason go one-on-one. And then we do have a #1 contendership matchup for the Undisputed FEW Championship, which will see Alex Boyd return to action. He'll be taking on the Greek Giant, Adam Wolf, Alistair Farfax, and Leon in a 5-way matchup, with the winner facing Arthur Wayne at Battle of the Gods. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into that FEW Tag Team Championship #1 contendership match. Right, we're better to get underway and find it, and basically going to find out who is the #1 contenders for the FEW tag titles after that incredible in the cell matchup at Summer Solstice. First up, we have Deadly Bro Steve and Jeremy looking to get themselves back into the tag team picture. I mean, that matchup was at Summer Solstice between Stud Express and Team Alex and I was just incredible to watch. I mean, it's one of those matches that takes place in the middle of the card, but can easily, and pretty easily did, sort of steal the night. It was just brutal between them. Deadly Bros would have watched that and thought, okay, we have history just as much as Alex and I do with Stud Express, so why can't we find ourselves back in that position, getting our chance at becoming tag champions? And when was the last time Deadly Bros actually got themselves a tag title matchup? It's been a while. But they're in there, some big guns tonight. This is the debut, really, of the Rockwells. See, August and Max Rockwell, formerly of Hero Code, both kind of went solo after Hero Code fell. Obviously, both kept close ties. And now they are back in action, a new theme song and everything. It makes sense that this duo, well, just continue this partnership they've had since day one. It's an interesting, it's gonna be an interesting debut for them. They're debuting straight in this tag tournament, this #1 contention tournament, really. But they do have history, don't they? And they have history in terms of tagging together. They tagged together back at Summer Solstice last year, 2024, against, at the time I think it was the debut, so it was Frost and Matthew. And Max actually won that match. He pinned Matthew at the time. Picked up the win for their partnership, which didn't have a real name back then. Talking of interesting partnerships, we have the Golden Jag, team of Callum Watson and former 3-time FEW GB champion and currently still longest reigning GB champion Daniel Baxter. they play themselves. Obviously, they align themselves going back to 2023 when they first obviously debuted, and they never really hit off. Then, I mean, they then went through a massive feud, which ended with, I think Baxter at the time picked up the win there. Was it a draw in the end? I remember one of the matches actually ended the draw. It's the only ever draw they've ever had in FEW. But then obviously Baxter went through this run of being GB champion, proving that he was the best. Of course, he had that heel turn against King Morgan, and then Callum Watson made his triumphant return as a heel, and obviously assisted Daniel Baxter actually in picking up the GB championship again. Baxter, of course, been going through a feud earlier this year with King Morgan, which ended with King Morgan, well, victorious. But not before these two actually did team up for the first time in that tag team matchup against King Morgan and Wada, which was the losing effort, I might add. But it's interesting to see them going for the tag titles now. It's the second time they've entered some sort of normal contendership for the tag titles. Can they do any better than they did last time? On top of that, we have mystery, just like Deadly Bros has history with Stud Express, and well, they have history of Deadly Bros as well, if I'm being honest with you. Steve and Jeremy went for a feud back in 2023 with mystery. It's interesting to see that them square up in the middle of this ring tonight. So who is your money on? Who is walking out number one contenders for the FEW tag titles? Who will face Stud Express, at Battle of the Gods? Will it be Deadly Bros, the Rockwells, Golden Jag, or Mystery? Of course, out of all these teams, obviously, you could argue the Rockwells have the most experience, but not as a tag team. They haven't really ventured fully into the tag division. So if you're looking at actual consistently as a tag team, it's going to be between Deadly Bros and Mystery for who has the most experience in this division. I mean, they've both had multiple tag title matches in the past. You see Steve and Jeremy there. You got Max and August. You got Callum Watson and Daniel Baxter, and then you on top of that have Fernandez and Gabriel. It's interesting. So yeah, all men involved here, the only one who has history as a champion is Daniel Baxter. Drop kick there, takes out Steve. And Fernandez just drops Jeremy. So Deadly Bros are struggling right early on. And it's pretty even at the moment between the Golden Jag and the Rockwells. One member from each side left standing. It's of course Daniel Baxter and Max, the two. Oh, big knee from August. And Fernandez is sticking his nose in there, taking the fight to Daniel Baxter. I mean, it's the thing. That's the problem with these matches. There's so much going on, but I don't know who to focus on. Jeremy is the only one currently down and out. And Watson and Max Rockwell momentarily going one-on-one. Oh, step-up kick takes out Watson. And Steve just drops Max as well. Jeremy just finally get back to his feet. Jeremy was still the only person down for a while there. I think, yeah, August took out Gabriel. Fernandez is now striking. Cam Watson just took out Steve. And Daniel Baxter took out Jeremy. There goes Callum Watson thanks to Max Rockwell. Remember, this is no DQ rule, so by look at Gabriel is bringing, sledgehammer. He's bringing a sledgehammer into the ring now. But August clocks him in the face before he even has a chance to use it. Oh, takedown from Max there onto Callum Watson. Knockout right fist from Jeremy, not Steve. Jeremy just gets dropped, and Steve almost gets dropped by August, but August managed to counter. Steve managed to counter August. Here we go. First pin of the night. Kick out before even one count. It was Daniel Baxter on Max there. Golden Jag looking to take the damage to one half of the Rockwells. Then goes Gabriel. Oh, what's going on? Rope break. Apparently someone was getting pinned there. I'm guessing it was Callum Watson being pinned by, I'm going to guess, Fernandez. The full focus there was on that attack. Oh, spiked. Jeremy's rolling now. So we've got two outside the ring. Oh, here we go. Another pin attempt. One. Kick it at one. Daniel on Max again. Fernandez. with a step-up kick, I'm guessing. I didn't see the ref was in the way. Super kick drops Steve, though. Baxter taking in one. Fernandez tried to get the pin there. Again, that's the problem with these matches. I'm full focused on one thing. DDT from Jeremy to Max there. Oh, that was a bit of a failure, but I think he still caught him with a back elbow. Kendo stick fight right now. It's Steve versus Daniel Baxter and August Rockwell outside the ring. Interesting history there, though. Obviously, Baxter, of course, I say, former 3-time GB champion. August was actually in the picture to become an inaugural GB champion before losing out to the eventual champion, Thomas. Baxter has a chair, and he saves his partner. Now, Gabriel is alone with the Golden Jag, and both are striking, but Gabriel takes out Callum Watson, but doesn't take out Daniel Baxter. Knee strikes to Fernandez. Oh, twist of fate just drops Max. Steve with a frog splash, using the rope there to Callum Watson's spine. One, kick out of one. I think it possibly may have been broken because Fernandez was getting in just at that moment. Oh. So we're going to go for a pin here. There's a lot going on right now. Here we go. Jaguar's edge connects. One. Not a 2 count though. Max protects the pin by taking out the referee. Then locks a submission in on Steve. Fernandez just drives down Daniel Baxter. Steve actually gets out of that. Oh, DDT just dropped Callum Watson. 2 pins going on right now. One. Both kicked out of one. It was Gabriel on Callum Watson and Fernandez on Steve there. Both kicked out of one. Drop kick takes out Fernandez. And a clothesline just takes out Callum Watson. Fernandez with a kendo stick outside. Gabriel strikes here. Oh, leaping drop, single leg kick. Mayer has knocked Max Rockwell out cold. 1, 2, 3. No one was getting in there in time. We have new #1 contenders for those FEW tag titles. It will be Stud Express versus Mystery at Battle of the Gods. That rivalry has been reignited once more. It'll be interesting. Now it's time to shift that focus onto the King of the Ring tournament. Dorogak and Luke Ventura, the first round participants this year. I mean, let's have a look back at my notes to last year, who was the first round participant, as Dorogak makes his way to the ring. So if we look at, we're doing the back end of last year actually, so 2020 part 2 on my list here. So this time last year, the King of the Ring tournament was kicking off with eventual winner King Morgan taking on Alex Boyd. So it's an interesting one. So we've got Dorogak going one-on-one with Luke Ventura here tonight. We've got Jessica Rogue going one-on-one with Nora Hooper. We have Samuel Scythe and Edgar Larson, and then we have a little bit. That's next week actually. Sorry, Becca Mason and Morgan Smith. Last year it was Morgan versus Alex Boyd, Hayden versus Emily Kay, Greek Giant versus Jeff Greybeard, and actually that was that it? Oh, I ran it differently last year, apparently. I only had 3 on the first show, and then it would have been 3 on the second show. Well, I worked it a bit different this year. I felt it made more. Actually, I didn't. I had more shows, didn't I, last year in September? Ignore me. I hosted 4. Yeah, I did. I hosted 4 in September last year. And we had the one Queen and King of the Ring on the last. On one show, then. Yes, I see what I did last year. I think I worked it better this year, personally. So if we ignore that and we look at actually who was the first on the second show for the Queen of the Ring, it was Sophie Walsh and April Rockwell. So, interesting turn of events here. I mean, so we've got Samuel Scythe going one-on-one with Edgar Larson later. The second Villain Code member to enter this tournament after the Greek Giant did last year. And Greek Giant actually went on to the semi-final because he took on King Morgan in the semi-final, but King Morgan, well, Ventura won at King Morgan, I should say. But King Morgan picked up the victory. So that was obviously the David versus Goliath semi-final, which is pretty cool. And tonight we've got two behemoths going one-on-one in the first round, which is amazing. Ventura, of course, impressed early in this year. He won the triple threat after debuting at the Birthday Rumble. He then went on to eventually face Arthur Wayne for the Undisputed title and gave Arthur Wayne a good run for his money before falling short. So he's had an interesting start to his career in FEW. And he just took a blow from Dorogak, and Dorogak did not put the big man down. I mean, the height advantage is definitely in Luke Ventura's favour here. I feel like the strength advantage, you might have to just edge Dorogak, but proof there that Dorogak's strength was actually cancelled out by Luke Ventura. And again, he just can't seem to drop the big man, who just drops him with a clothesline and stomps away. Dorogak is struggling. I feel like he probably thought, oh well, I'm pretty strong. I mean, he's taller than me, but I feel like I can knock him out cold. And so far, those feelings have not. I mean, that's the first time Dorogak has dropped the big man, and the big man's back up instantly. Big Luke Ventura just outpowering Dorogak right now. Dorogak, of course, would love to call himself King Dorogak, considering the fact that his tag team partner, obviously John Pierre, picked up the first ever contract in the briefcase last year. Dorogak would love to say, well, you won that, I won the King of the Ring tournament. As the ref got in the way there. Again, Dorogak, but Dorogak managed to slide out of the attack, but again, outpowered by Luke Ventura here. You can see Dorogak is getting pissed off with himself and not being able to take him down. Dorogak is now trapped in that corner. Luke Ventura taking a run up and clotheslining him in the back. One. Kick out at one though. Dorogak does stay in this. Just about. And Luke Ventura just drags him back in. And again, this is... Dorogak is not a small individual. And Luke Ventura just went, yep, fuck you, straight back in. And they're beating away, using the ropes as leverage. Sends him into the other rope. Ducks under. Oh, caught him. Choke slam connects. I was going to say, I don't think he's going to be able to leap over him, is he? Here we go. What's going through Luke Ventura's mind right now? Is he looking to put Dorogak out cold? Yes, out cold he goes. 1, 2, 3. Dorogak's night is over. I mean, you can't even say his night got started. Luke Ventura dominated that matchup and rightfully earned a spot in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. They'll be looking at that other matchup later on SummerSlam. Edgar Larson, because whoever wins that is his opponent. Congratulations, Luke Ventura. Now time for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Jessica Rogue, one-on-one with Nora Hooper. Jessica, of course, former interim women's champion, took part in that Summit Gauntlet. Eliminated one before getting eliminated herself. Now, can she defeat Nora Hooper and get herself one step closer to a championship matchup? She's gonna have a. I know she's off the back of losing like someone's gauntlet, but she's got to feel like she's got a bit more edge over Nora Hooper. She's been here for a lot longer. She's had a lot more opportunities than Nora Hooper to shine. So this is kind of a situation where if she loses to Nora Hooper, that's an underdog victory, because Nora Hooper is definitely the underdog in this matchup. But Jessica Rose is very clearly the favourite heading into this. But can Nora Hooper pull off an underdog story and defeat Jessica Rogue here tonight?
Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah, here comes her opposition. As I said, the underdog in this matchup, really. Let's see how this one goes. This isn't like the last match, which is two behemoths going toe to toe. This is just an underdog and a favourite, really. Can she pull off an upset in the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament? This is pretty similar to what I was more than likely brought up last year with Queen Hayden, obviously, well, eventually when Queen Hayden and Emily Kay, because if Emily Kay defeated Hayden at the time, who was at the time was Undisputed Women's Champion, like that would have been like such a shock victory. And no, Jessica's not a champion right now. I mean, she's a former champion compared to Nora Hooper, so as I say, it's definitely an underdog story. And Nora knew straight away to go at Jessica, but Jessica rolls her up. One. Kicks out one there. Jessica outpowers Nora Hooper. And Nora's showing that she has strength of her own. Can she bring Jessica down? No, she can't. Jessica counters out of her. And single leg drop kicks her. Using the rope. Leg drop. She goes for the second, as she always does. A second leg drop with a little spin to it. And she's going for it again here. One leg drop. Here's a second for you. Buy one, get one free. Oh, she's going for... How many is she going to go for? This is... Oh, there's a single one. Just for a single one there. Brought the total to 5 in terms of leg drops. I thought she was going to go for a 6th. But she chose not to, and she's going up top instead. Elbow drop. I mean, it would have been funny if she landed a leg drop from up there. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Nora Hooper. She stays in this fight. Knee straight to the face. Let's go once her up top. Once her up, sorry, not up top. Drags to that turnbuckle, face first. Jumping using the rope. Kicks her straight in the chest. Sends her flying out the ring. Just go quickly in tow. One clothesline. Massive clothesline that was. And an elbow drop. You can say Nora's kind of... It's lucky she's out there, because Jessica can't land the rope rebound. Face first, go check there. Rope rebound leg drops from out there. There's no rope to use. Nora's heading up, but Jessica heads in. Can she still make contact? No, she can't. Just gets out of the way just at the last second. Sends her into the rope. Takes her down. Oh, here we go, that armbar submission that she does. She's got herself trapped around the ropes. The ref is going to call a rope break. Just to find herself getting trapped around those ropes there. Looking for a moonsault, and it connects. We know what comes next. Nora needs to counter this or it's over for her in round 1. Here we go. Jessica with the crossbow. No rope to stop her this time. 1, 2, 3. Jessica moves on to the semi-final. Now, will she be facing former 2-time Apex champion Becca Mason? Or would it be Morgan Smith standing between her and a spot in the final? We'll find out later on. So it's time to move back onto the King of the Ring tournament, where Luke Ventura will be watching on as Samuel Scythe takes on Edgar Larson of Villain Code. Samuel, of course, 2-time DK champion, 2-time FEW Tag Team champion, currently still longest reigning DK champion. So what does Edgar Larson have in his arsenal to take down someone with such accomplishments, such, let's be honest, skill? In terms of skill level, he's very much above here. Essentially, if you think about it, it's just the same as the match of Just. This is a underdog versus the favourite to win. Because with all those accomplishments behind him, Samuel Scythe is easily the favourite for this matchup. Edgar Larson has got to pull off an upset of the century, probably a bigger upset really than the Jessica Rogue one, because yes, Jessica Rogue is a former chamber winner, she's a former intra-women's champion, but Baxter has held 4 championships, to 2 of them, 2 of those runs obviously, well, 2 of them, we had a pretty strong run with the DK championship, I think about 80 days originally, second run, a lot more than that. Tag titles, yes, he didn't do it as good with those. I mean, he pretty much dropped them straight away the first time and then lasted about a month with the second time. But he's improved so much since those early days in FEW. But this is not the Samuel Scythe that we first hired in FEW back at Recall 2022. This is a completely different monster standing between Edgar Larson and a spot in the semi-final against Luke Ventura. So can he do what the Greek Giant did last year and book himself a place in the semi-finals? We're finding out very shortly. It is a mountain to climb for Edgar Larson, but if he can do it, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of doubters will be thinking, okay, Luke Ventura again is someone who's bigger than Larson. Yes, he doesn't have as many accomplishments as Scythe, but if he can get to there, though he has amazing to climb, it might not be as difficult as it looks on paper, or visually looks in general. So we'll see shortly if Larson can do the impossible and defeat Samuel Scythe. About to get underway, and both men look pumped for this matchup. First time both are competing in this tournament, and Samuel Scythe is the first to strike. And lands a frog splash straight away. And looking for an early pin here. 1. Kick out at 1 though. Not enough damage done. Looking to try and catch Edgar Larson off guard very quickly. Edgar actually powers through there and actually powers Scythe into the ropes. Very forced to make that break. Can he do it for a second time is the question. No, he can't. Samuel Scythe this time pushing him as far into that rope as possible. Scythe strikes first. Sends him one way to the other. Catch him a running bulldog. One. Kick it at one. Scythe counters around. Gets him locked in there. Oh. Edgar Larson turns it around this time. Scythe turns it back. Back and forth we go between these two. Who's going to be first to slip up is the question. And the answer is Edgar, because Scythe just powers him to the ground. But the running leg drop does not connect Edgar straight to his feet. Punches him straight in the face using the rope to get the height to bring down Samuel Scythe. Edgar believes he can do the impossible here tonight. Oh, straight over the knee goes the head. Just about missed that neck. The back of the head connects instead. Edgar was debating something momentarily, but changed his mind. Punches him in the gut instead. Pulls him back. Clothesline connects. Sends Scythe inside and out. Axe handle connects. Heading up again by the look of it. Middle rope this time. What's he got in mind? Oh, knees! Drives Scythe straight down and follows up with the axe. I mean, look at this. The impact of those knees. And then strikes again. And sends Scythe into the corner. Scythe counters out though. Straight to the spine. Sends him. Oh, attempts to send him in the corner again, but Scythe counters, and Scythe countered the counter of the counter. Sends him into the corner. Opposite corner, I should say. Chops away. Back into the corner using that rope. Running bulldog connects. Follows up with a massive spine buster. I mean, look at the height on that spine buster as it connected. Scythe's looking to end this right now. Here we go. Death's grasp. Locked in tight. Yeah, Edgar taps. Edgar's tapped. Scythe has now booked himself a ticket to the semi-final of the King of the Ring tournament, where he will face Luke Ventura to determine who makes it to the final of Battle of the Gods. Now it's time for the final Queen of the Ring Round 1 matchup of tonight. Morgan Smith and Becca Mason. Becca, of course, former two-time Apex champion. Didn't have the best of runs really either time with that title, so I wouldn't really call this the odds are in her favour really, because Morgan Smith definitely can outpower Becca Mason. So this is going to be an interesting one. Of course, the winner of this will face Jessica Rogue in that semi-final in 2 weeks time. So we have our men's semi-final 1 booked, and we book our first women's semi-final tonight. We'll start moving on to the next Round 1 matchups next week. Here she comes, Morgan Smith. Looking to make a name for herself here tonight. Opponent makes her way. Yeah, Becca Mason is in the house. As I say, former 2-time Apex champion, but she, as I say, she didn't have that impact with the title. I mean, she won it. She's the inaugural champion, so that's a big positive for her. But she lost it within mere moments of winning it, thanks to Tori cashing in on her. And don't get me wrong, first attempt she had at getting it back, she got it back. She got a 2-time champion at Rebirth earlier this year. But then her first title defense at Heartbreaker was a loss, as Tori reclaimed the gold once again. And she hasn't had a sniff of a championship since then. The question is, can she get herself back in the picture tonight? Oh, at least one step closer. But she still has the, if she did get through tonight, she still has that same final to get through, with a very tough Jessica Rogue waiting, whoever walks out of this tonight, the winner. And we are underway. It's Becca Mason striking first. Clothesline just turns Morgan Smith inside out. And she powers her up. Down she goes. Sends her into the rope. Ducks under. Spins her around. Slams her down. Wants her back on her feet. Powerbomb maybe? Taking a little walk first. Oh, fireman's carry instead. Using the rope. I mean, powerbomb into the rope would have been dangerous there. They would have split the rope with enough force. One-way traffic so far. Becca Mason strikes again. Knee strike to the back of the head. Went for a chop, but Morgan Smith countered. Couple of blows to the back of Becca Mason, but Becca did not flinch. And drops Morgan Smith for all the trouble there. Elbow connects. Second time it connects. Third time's a charm. The old trifecta. Into the rope. Elbow does not connect, but she managed to quickly get back into a position of attack. Which is some good smarts there from Becca Mason. Morgan stays in this momentarily, but her attack did nothing but anger Becca Mason. He doesn't even opt to send her out of the ring. She brings her back in instead. For a quick pinfall. One. Kick out at one. The ref is a little bit slow getting into position personally, but shit happens. And Becca looking to do a bit more damage to Morgan Smith. I mean, that semi-final spot in the Queen of the Ring tournament is on the line here. So can she put Morgan Smith to bed? She spins her around and slams her down. A side slam there. No, is she going to go for it? Oh, doesn't land what I thought she was going to land, but this could be what it was. Well, I thought what was supposed to happen then, which is somewhat referred to as height advantage. 1, 2, 3 was enough for it to qualify for the semi-finals. Becca Mason will now challenge Jessica Rogue in the semi-finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Tough test for obviously, well, tough test for both former champions really. Now it's time for our main event, the number 1 contendership for the Undisputed FEW Championship, sorry. We have quite a few interesting combatants in this. I mean, the giant that is Alistair Farfax, who recently did work with Arthur Wayne, our current Undisputed Champion. Tonight he has an opportunity to actually get the champ one-on-one, the title. I mean, to be fair, as soon as the title comes into picture, it's like, okay, you got a chance of being the Undisputed Champion. It's straight up the case of, well, fuck that partnership. I mean, I was only doing him a little favour. Just screw it, I'm going to go for this. Obviously, we've got him in there. We've got, obviously, the Greek Giant involved, which, again, another huge superstar. Adam Wolf gets a shot. Leon's in here. And then, of course, the returning Alex Boyd, who's been out since March with an injury following the attacks from Lucifer. So who is walking away with number 1 contendership tonight? I mean, we've already crowned the number 1 contender for the FEW tag titles, which of course is none other than Mystery. So who claims a shot, well, at least, sorry, the next shot at the Undisputed FEW Champion? Going to be an interesting one, because none of these have ever fought for the Undisputed title. I mean, Leon has fought Arthur Wayne before, so that's, if he gets through, then maybe he'll have that slight advantage. Say, as the Farfax has worked with Arthur Wayne, Greek Giant hasn't fought him, but he's been in the same matchup. He's managing Aaron Wilkins during his shot at the Undisputed Champ. Here comes the returning Alex Boyd, looking to make a name for himself in his first return to FEW. Of course, Alex Boyd, former DK champion, held that DK championship for exactly 63 days, from Heartbreaker 2024 all the way to Birth Spectacular. Birth Spectacular 2024, when he dropped the title in that triple threat match, which involved Steve Batchel and Samuel Scythe. Of course, Samuel Scythe that night became a 2-time DK champion. Wanted to hold that title all the way till Heartbreaker the following year. Of course, Samuel Scythe involved in King of the Ring tournament. He, of course, competed earlier on tonight. He went for a victory. And himself a place in that semi-final with Luke Ventura. There's Adam Wolf, who you might call a dark horse in this matchup, because we haven't really seen too much of Adam Wolf. I mean, he competed in the Birthday Rumble, actually almost won the Birthday Rumble if it wasn't for Lucifer just about outwitting him at the end to send him over the top rope. Competed in that triple threat on Showdown, which is his first match on Showdown. Again, decent enough showing. He's had a match here and there since then, but he hasn't really had a chance to show off too much of his skills. So could tonight be his night to punch his ticket to Battle of the Gods? If you're looking at the field in play here and you're thinking, okay, who's probably got the better odds of walking out of this match victorious? Obviously, you got to have a bit of money on Alex Boyd. He's fresh, he's returned, he's a former champion, he's been involved in big matches in the past, so he's definitely got to be a favourite here. But then you got to look at the likes of Alistair Farfax and Greek Giant. Obviously, their height will play in a lot of favours in this matchup. Obviously, Leon has got the quickness, the agility, can speed past any of these involved in this matchup. So I think each of them have their own right to say, okay, I'm the favourite here. And so then Adam Wolf, the underdog of the matchup. So it's going to be an interesting affair here to determine who will challenge Arthur Wayne at Battle of the Gods. I do not have a favourite in this race. And as I say, it's so hard to pick who I think is going to be victorious here, but I'm still thinking internally. I think I might just put my money on Alex Boyd, just because, as I say, he's fresh. I know he hasn't fought for a while, and you might be thinking ring rust, but he's only been a couple of months out. He's clearly kept fit during this whole time, so I might just edge him on his experience with the fact that he was a champion. Even if it was just for a 2-month stint, he's still the only member of this matchup who's been a champion, so I might just side with him on this occasion. As I do not count out obviously anyone really, especially not the two big sons of bitches in this matchup, because I feel like Greek Giant Alistair Farfax will utilise this as a demolition derby. But if the other three in this matchup are smart, they will target the big men. Maybe even just stand back and let them destroy each other and pick the carcass as if they're vultures in the desert, circling a dying animal. And the ref does get us underway. And it's Farfax straight away at the back of Greek Giant. Alex Boyd was trying to take him out, and Farfax came in and took out the Greek Giant. The Greek Giant gave him his receipt back. Adam Wolf did some damage to Leon. Alex Boyd does not make contact there. Leon does manage to take out Adam Wolf, and now it's Alistair Farfax versus Alex Boyd. Farfax, of course, just like Boyd, went for the DK Championship when he was in that, around the around the waist of Samuel Scythe, but fell short on the occasion. And it's Boyd and Greek Giant left standing momentarily. Greek Giant looking to do some damage here to Alex Boyd. I think he just dropped him. Yes, he did. I didn't get to see that because we were focused on the pinfall. So we have two left in the ring right now, Leon and Alistair Farfax. Tallest man in the ring, and obviously the matchup, and the quickest man. Let's do a sledgehammer involved now. Remember, this is no DQ, so obviously anything goes. And obviously Adam Wolf knows that, so he's wailing away at the two giants with a sledgehammer. Yeah, Alex Boyd with his own insurance policy, a kendo stick. But Adam Wolf one step quicker than him, firing away at everyone in sight, especially Leon. But Leon takes him out. Greek Giant laying waste right now. Smashes into the corner onto Leon. Adam Wolf here, firing away rights and lefts. Oh, we also had the baseball bat get involved then. Farfax brought a baseball bat in, but gets taken down instantly by Greek Giant. And down goes Adam Wolf at the hands of Alex Boyd. One. Kick out at one. I mean, Greek Giant was there to prevent anything anyway. And Leon picking the carcass of Alistair Farfax, but could not make it count. Oh, sledgehammer. Farfax waiting for Greek Giant to finish with Alex Boyd before striking with that sledgehammer from behind. There we've got Adam Wolf versus Leon outside the ring with a kendo stick at the hands of Farfax as Adam Wolf just takes out Leon. Farfax and Greek Giant working together momentarily. Oh, down goes Leon. And so does the Greek Giant after a clothesline. A mammoth of a clothesline from Alistair Farfax. Greek Giant straight into the action again, taking out Adam Wolf for a few seconds. Where the matchup counts in the ring is Farfax. Well, it was Farfax versus both Leon and Alex Boyd, and now it's Leon versus Boyd. As Farfax is looking for he's got another kendo stick involved here. Well, that's 3 kendo sticks we've got now. Baseball bat and a sledgehammer. Drop kick connects. And so does that sledgehammer, the kendo stick to the back of Adam Wolf. Leon wants Alex Boyd up to his feet. single leg drop kick, I should say, connects. One. Kick out at one, but Adam Wolf very quickly in there with the sledgehammer. I feel like he was going to break it up either way. Down goes Leon. Sends him into the ropes. Spins him around, slams him down with force. Here we go, looking for it again, but look at that apocalyptic, but Alex Boyd with a counter and a moonsault. Oh, down goes the Greek Giant. Farfax trying to take out Leon right now. And does. And Alex Boyd firing away. Everyone shatters the kendo stick around the waist. Oh, that's the Farfax. Adam Wolf not finished though. Alex Boyd here. Boyd rolls him through. Ankle locked in here with a submission. I mean, it will not mean anything if he taps out here. But he's not going to counter his way out of it. Leon trying to take out the big guys now. Leon Greek Giant heading in. Greek Giant has Leon up. Bear hug locked in, or the Minotaur hug. Barfag gets cleared out by Adam Wolf. Leon does not tap. Fair play to him. I mean, he had the deal life squoze out of him, but he stays in this fight. Adam Wolf fighting out the Greek Giant's grasp. Straight to the gut. Oh. New rendition of Meta Crisis. 1, 2. Kick out by Alistair. Oh no. Did Leon save the day there? Then goes Greek Giant, but I can't tell. Oh, spin kick knocks out Alex Boyd. I can't tell. Oh, there he goes, apocalyptic. Super kick connects. Leon saves the day. I do believe Leon saved the day after the new rendition of Alex Boyd's Meta Crisis. Leon trying to clear house right now. Down goes Farfax. No, here we go. Spins him round. Massive powerbomb connects. So does the kendo stick. And Wolf wants the pinfall attempt, but cannot get anywhere near it. Gets dropped with the Minotaur's maze. Leon lands a senton. Oh, I thought he was going to go for a powerbomb Greek Giant there, but he opted against it and gets a baseball bat to the head for his troubles. Here he goes, looks for it again. That new rendition of the Meta Crisis. But again, stopped. I feel like that would have been it. Here he goes again, spins him round. Slams him down, apocalyptic. 1, 2, 3. Farfax couldn't get there in time. We have a new number 1 contender for the Undisputed FEW Championship, and his name is Adam Wolf. He will face Arthur Wayne at Battle of the Gods. What an incredible show they had tonight. Cannot wait for the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament next week. Some great matches heading your way next week. Congratulations, Adam Wolf, and mystery on your number 1 contenderships. And that is it for FEW Showdown. Showdown which saw Mystery win the FEW Tag Team Championship number 1 contendership match. That was a fucking amazing opening matchup, and Mystery will now get to reignite that rivalry they had in the past with Stud Express. Luke Ventura defeated Dorogak in the first round of the Men's King of the Ring tournament. And Samuel Scythe will be joining him in the semi-final since he defeated Edgar Larson. And on the women's side, we saw Jessica Rogue and Becca Mason take out Nora Hooper and Morgan Smith. Obviously, in their own matchups, so they will be heading to the semi-final of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Our main event saw Adam Wolf walk out victorious in the Undisputed FEW Championship #1 contendership match, and obviously I was pretty surprised outcome, to be fair, but it was a really solid matchup with no one can really say they didn't give that all in. I mean, all these matches, everyone gave their all, but we've got 2 new #1 contenders, and we have 4 semi-finalists locked into place now for the King and Queen of the Rings tournaments. And then obviously next week we're moving on to the next stage of that tournament, which is the next brackets. So obviously we're going to kick it off next week with Madison Weaver taking on Lydia Erickson in the Queen of the Ring tournament. That's going to be followed by Thomas taking on Hunter of TNE in the King of the Ring tournament. Then have Olivia Carr going one-on-one with Samantha. And we have Ivan going one-on-one with Tobias in the Queen and King of the Ring tournaments. And our main event will see the DK champion Ian Parker in action against Drake Larson of Villain Code. So obviously whoever wins obviously these brackets will be heading to the semi-final respectively the following week. Obviously the winner of obviously those that matchup will then face the winner of tonight's King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. So I mean, it's a great show tonight, and then we've got a smaller show next week, a much smaller show next week. All singles matches actually next week, but some really big matches and some interesting first-time matchups as well. So I hope you enjoyed FEW Showdown, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.